supreme creature of creation. When man becomes possessor of the knowledge of himself, he becomes master of his environment, the captain of his own ship, the director of his own destiny, the accomplisher of his own ends. Man should understand himself because man is full of knowledge, and this knowledge is a gift of nature. When Mother Nature created man, she deprived him of nothing. He was given the faculty of understanding all things around him. This faculty for understanding has not been taken away from him. None of his senses have been taken away from him. So there is no excuse for the black man in lacking the knowledge that man is used to beautify the world and produce all that he needs for his happiness and civilization. Look the world over, and whatever you see in it that is pleasing to man, contributing to man's comfort, to his needs and to his satisfaction, it is but the work of man. Man blessed with the knowledge of himself and the understanding of all things around him. If you are able to live with the knowledge of yourself and with the greater knowledge of nature, you must know what is good and what is not. You must know what is finite. You must know that which is material, physical, and otherwise is at your disposal to create or otherwise use. If we leave America and go over to the east to Japan, they will be telling their fellow citizens of Japan of the wonderful accomplishments of the Japanese people, proving that man is moving onward as time moves on. But you have hated yourselves as you have done in previous years. You have shown malice, prejudice, and hate to each other. And the result is that while other races have made progress, while India has made progress towards nationalism, while Ireland has made progress towards republicanism, while the whole world has made progress in man's accomplishments, you still stand fighting yourselves, dishonoring yourselves, showing no disposition toward that higher life so that you will be abundantly blessed. So reflect and think that you were created for some purpose other than exhibiting malice toward your neighbor or fellow men of your own race. What a pity it is that we cannot stand united without a written law. There is no written law compelling other races to stand together. They are brought together by the gentle touch of nature. The unwritten law of nature causes them to stand together on all occasions. So wheresoever you find them in the field, that one gentle touch of nature causes them to stand together, if need be, die together. But with the black man, you can preach to him from the pulpits. You lecture from the platforms, from the byways and the hedges. The spirit of cooperation, but he will not cooperate. You talk to him gently, you try talking harshly to him, he still will not cooperate. The result is that he falls prey to those who understand themselves and walk through the world making you their serfs and slaves. You must acquire an understanding of yourselves. Look around you. See the smiling pictures of nature, the beautiful hedges, the wonderful mountains, the wonderful vegetation all around. But because of your disposition to each other, you live in suffering, in want, in penury, and in debt. You lack the gentle touch of nature, love for each other. You hate yourselves. Black men, and what is wrong with you? Why have you no affection for yourselves? Could I hope to see you living among yourselves as the people I've spoken of? Living in charity, love, and in sympathy with each other? It can be done. I wonder if you will adapt that course. Isn't it easier to enjoy prosperity than to live in ignorance and darkness? Why select the worst out of nature? Nature never gave pain, suffering, and death to the world. It was man himself who selected death, pain, and sorrow. I wonder if I cannot inspire you to select between good and evil. Let me impress upon you once again that whatsoever your hardships may be, whatsoever your difficulties in life, they are your own selection. And so if you encourage them, if you husband them and take them to your bosom, they will abide with you. Nature will not take them away from you as Mother Nature did not give them to you. She is not responsible for your sorrows. Mother Nature represents all that is beautiful. She gave you the highest personality in the realm divine. Your sorrows are your own. If you want joy, if you want sunshine, it is before you abundantly in nature. I made a selection of sunshine, the beautiful sunshine. I made a selection to laugh at the moon, to laugh at the stars, and sing with the birds of the forest and of the wilderness, to join in the rhythmic music of the winds that sing from east to west and from north to south. Had I selected sorrow, I would have been dead a long time ago, and been without that which would send me into the presence of the divine, because I would have lived not with the knowledge that is divine. We must acquire the higher knowledge of life. Black men and black women, will you get the knowledge that the white man has that causes him to be leaders and masters in the world? They are not gods with a peculiar source for understanding the world around them. They have only given expression to the knowledge.
Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, my brothers and sisters. Good afternoon. You are listening to The Proven Truth. You are tuned into The Proven Truth with your brother and host, Anthony Brown, coming to you live. Come on. From the studios of Radio Gumbo Creole, here in the beautiful territory of New Orleans, Louisiana. Here in the beautiful territory of New Orleans, Louisiana. It's another God-given day, my brothers and sisters. It's another God-given day. And you know we do. We give our God the thanks and the glory. We give our God the thanks and the glory every single day that we find ourselves above ground. Every single day that we can come inside this studio and we have the privilege and the honor to speak our mind and to share our mind, our thoughts, our idea, our feelings and emotion with our brothers and sisters, not only here in North America, not only here in the temperate zone, my brother and sister, but all throughout the diaspora. We have listening audience all over the Caribbean region, all over North America, and we appreciate the fact that we can be here to spit our truth. Family, did you guys see the USA Today? Did you guys see the USA Today? There is an article out today in the USA. Former President Barack Obama endorsed 81 candidates in U.S. midterm, say he is eager to get involved. We're talking about Barack Hussein Obama, the 44th president of these United States, the worst goddamn president that this United States have ever seen. Now, you can choose to differ. This is what the Washington Post article says. Former President Barack Obama announced endorsement Wednesday of 81 Democratic candidates in the November midterm election and said he is eager to help his party gain seats in a contest widely seen as a referendum on President Donald Trump. While Obama did not mention, look, family, look, this is the key. This is what I want to get to. Let me get to it. Obama endorsed 81 candidates. Okay, and this is the territory in which the candidates come from. California, Colorado, Georgia, Illinois, Iowa, Maine, Nevada, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Texas. These are the territories in which his endorsement for candidates that's going to be in this midterm election comes from. Now, a key point to note, there is no endorsement for Louisiana. There is no endorsement for Cedric Richmond. There is no endorsement for the chair of the Congressional Black Caucus, Cedric Richmond. Now, if you guys remember the rapport that Cedric Richmond and Barack Hussein Obama have while they was in office, okay, if you guys can remember, when Barack Hussein Obama came here to the territory of Louisiana, and Air Force One. Right beside him was his buddy, Cedric Richmond. All right? Cedric Richmond coming right beside him down on Air Force One. When he was surveying Baton Rouge and other places, who was next to him? Cedric Richmond. He was the first so-called black. He was the first so-called black or Afro-American president. Cedric Richmond is now the chair of the Congressional Black Caucus. Follow me. There is no endorsement for a Cedric Richmond from Barack Hussein Obama. Now, the question was posed to Obama, or a matter of fact, his mouthpieces are out there right now saying, oh, look, don't, look, it's okay. We're gonna, there's a second wave. His mouthpiece is saying, no, there's a second wave of endorsement coming out. Okay? And we are not sure who's going to be in the second wave, but right now, this is just the first wave. Now, listen to me carefully, my brothers and sisters. We are not dumb. We are not jackasses. We are not buffoons. We are not stupid. Okay? We recognize the game. We recognize the game. Here we have Barack Hussein Obama. A couple weeks ago, was in Africa. Was on the beautiful continent of Africa. Was in South Africa. And the reason he was there was to celebrate the 100th anniversary, or what would have been the 100th birthday of Nelson Mandela. And I don't know how many of you actually listen to Obama or the speech that he made while he was in Africa. Let me tell you something. Personally, family, my tummy turns. I was sick and disgusted. A matter of fact, the fact that he was even there in Africa, in South Africa, was disgusted and sickened with the fact that this so-called black leader was in Africa speaking to black people on behalf of black people here in America. I was sick and disgusted to my tummy. Now, understand the concept. For those of you who are still in love with Obama, I understand. For those of you who don't know, or the only time you participate was in 2008 and then in 2012 to elect him to office. I understand. For those of you who are not informed or knowledgeable enough about the previous 8 years or about the Obama presidency, I will understand the infatuation that you guys have with Obama. But for those of us who know that all Obama was a goddamn puppet in the White House, for those of us who know that he was the worst, or he is the worst president that this United States have ever seen. And again, family, we are coming from a place of knowledge. We are coming from a place of knowledge. We are coming from a place. We are looking on the Obama ears. We are not, look, this is not coming, our argument is not based off of mainstream media. Our argument is not based off of mainstream media. Okay? Our argument is based off of facts and reality. Our argument is based off facts and reality. I'm one black man. I don't care if the complexion of your skin, if the pigmentation of your skin look like mine, if you are stabbing me in the back, if you are taking food off of my table, if you are taking the roof over my head, I don't care what the hell the complexion or the pigmentation of your skin is. Follow me, my brothers and sisters. I'm one black man who will not jump on no bandwagon to please nobody. When God created me, He gave me a brain, He gave me senses to think for myself. He gave me eyes that I could see, and a ears that I could hear, and a mouth that I could taste different flavors. He gave me a brain, family. And I assume He give all of you out there the same thing too. So let me tell you, and again, I was where a lot of you was at one point when it comes to Obama. Right? People all over the world, people all over the Caribbean, people all over North America, South America, Central America, the Pacific, was infatuated with the fact that here it is, throughout this 200 and close to half a century, we know close to 2.5 centuries, now here it is, we elected a black man to sit in the White House. Yeah, we felt that joy, that nostalgic, that joy, that happiness. We support him on a racial issue or because of racial reasoning. We did. Okay? It was all because he was a goddamn black man and an eloquently spoken black man at that too. That's the reason why he just walked into the White House like he was some messiah. Nobody challenged him. Nobody challenged our question certain policy because, we don't want to offend the first black man, the first black president of the United States. We don't want to seem like we're racist. We don't want... Okay? So he just had his way. He had his way. And the media, the mainstream media, was so in love and so infatuated with him that they didn't report or they didn't went after him as aggressively as they would any other president. Okay? Here it is. Let me tell you, again, family, it's about knowledge. It's about information. And this is the reason why I tell my story every day. This is the reason why I make my story public. Because I was where a lot of people are right now as it relates to the Democratic Party, as it relates to the hypocrisy of the Democratic Party and the people who form the Democratic Party. Okay? When Obama was running in 2017 or announced his candidacy and was on the ballot, I was one of them. I was one of the person who would say, yeah, man, we need this dude in office. Or here it is, we have a chance to put a black man in office. To hell with Hillary. And at that time, again, for me, it was only because the guy was of African descent why I endorsed him or why I was champion on his behalf. Not that I was ignorant to the fact of the Clintons. Okay? I was informed about the Clintons and the Clintons' era or the Clintons' dynasty or what is out there, what things that can be proven and things that assume about the Clintons. But again, understand the fact. Here it is, there was the first black man or the first candidate, the first black candidate that was on the ballot who could actually win the presidency of the United States. Okay? And we all feel that nostalgic. But what happened after he went into the White House? What happened? What did he do on behalf of the black masses? What did he do on behalf of America? Family, and again, it took, and that's why I don't get upset with the average person out there. And that's why I say on this show, on this program, we don't criticize the average man and woman out in the street, or we don't criticize the electorate, because we understand that there is a great divide, that there is misinformation out there, that people get their information from certain media sources or from maybe someone with a conflict of interest, and then it just propagates from one person to the other. The false doctrine just keep on going. But when you can sit back, drown out all the noises, and look on facts, as I said already, reasonable people, when possessed or when given a chance, will act reasonably. Reasonable people, when given the evidence, even though they had an opinion one way, based on the evidence, will act reasonably and do reasonable things, or say reasonable things. Don't allow your emotions. And look, that's one of the things in a family. That's one of the things that shock the core a lot of Americans in 2016. A lot of Americans was so emotionally involved with the election and believe all the false narrative that was coming from mainstream media. We know people, friends and family, who were so afraid to speak to their friends and family about certain issue or about the candidate of their choice, because everybody was out there bashing Donald Trump at the time and laughing after Donald Trump at the time. When you put that emotions to the side, just for a second, look, we ain't asking for it for your whole day. Just put the emotions down for a minute and say, okay, I'm listening to you. Speak your mind. When you look on the 8 years of President Donald Trump, the 8 years of President Barack Hussein Obama, and you look on the 2 years of Donald Trump, put away the noise that you are hearing out there, or put away the emotions for a second and look on it. Put away emotions for a second, and you will see what a lot of people are now seeing. Let me tell you something, family. Let me share just a couple. Look, this show, we only have 2 hours of this show. And it will take a lot more than 2 hours. Obama been in the White House for 8 years. It will take a lot more than 2 hours for us to prove evidence, or to give you evidence to prove our case. And again, we don't care a rat's ass about the pigmentation of your skin. Everywhere, every territory right now where we have so-called black leaders or black people in power, when it comes on to equity, when it comes on to prosperity, when it comes on to strive, whether socially or politically, we are getting shafted in the ass. Follow me, people. Follow me. I love my skin. I love myself. I love my people. I love my race. But don't be fooled. We ain't ignorant. We are black conscious, not black ignorant. Here we have the first black president in the United States of America, the 44th president, Barack Hussein Obama. And let me share something personally with you first. One of my issues. Here it is. You have the first black president of the United States. Okay? And as the first black president of the United States, and somebody who the world and the media will tell that he's an eloquent, educated scholar, he had a chance as the president to free or to pardon Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Listen to me carefully, family. Look, and again, for those of you who don't know who Marcus Mosiah Garvey is, I understand. Because they are not teaching you history in school, or they are not putting people, they are not elevating people who are supposed to be elevated to higher stature. They are not doing, they will tell you about LeBron James or about some, look, for those of you who don't know Marcus Garvey is, it's a shame, it's a downright disgrace if you're a black person. But Marcus Garvey, my brothers and sisters, is the first Westerner, is the first black man right here in America in the 20th century, in the 1900s, in the 20th century, who tell black people, stand up and be counted and be proud of yourself. He told black people, you talk about finances, you talk about investment, you talk about your financial work. Marcus Mosiah Garvey was the one who introduced the concept to black people, to the black masses. Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Marcus Mosiah Garvey. A matter of fact, the FBI was started because of Marcus Mosiah Garvey. The FBI, J. Edgar Hoover, the first black FBI agent, was hired because Marcus Mosiah Garvey, because the FBI at the time wanted to infiltrate the movement. Oh, they could do that by going to another brainwash. Well, it wasn't brainwashed. What they did, they found at the time he was referred to as Agent 800. They find this other guy, this black guy, who had a crime, right? And they threatened him. They said, look, if you don't do what we want you to do by infiltrating the Garvey movement, we're going to send your ass into prison for life. But understand this. Marcus Garvey was, cut a long story short, was charged with a crime that he wasn't guilty of, was sent to prison, and then deported. That's the short version, okay? Just because he was mobilizing the black race, the black massive, not only here in America, family, not only throughout the Caribbean, but on Mother Africa, in Europe, all over. The biggest black movement today was because of Marcus Mosiah Garvey. They did some chump-up charge. Chump-up charge. File a chump-up charge against Marcus Mosiah Garvey. They had an all-white jury. All-white, all-male jury convicted Marcus Mosiah Garvey. And a matter of fact, the charge was conspiracy too. The charge was conspiracy. And he was the only person that was charged and convicted, voiding the charge in and of itself from being conspiracy. Or you're going to have a conspiracy with one person. But that's not even the case. The case was they charged him, found him guilty, locked him up. He took sick in prison. They deport his ass. Here it is. We have the first so-called black president of the United States who had a chance to pardon or to clear the name of Marcus. Look, all of the so-called black heroes that you know, the Malcolm X, the Du Bois, the Martin Luther King, and all of them, you can go and do the research. Make reference to Marcus Mosiah Garvey. It was Marcus Mosiah Garvey who left Jamaica, who left the Caribbean, came here into America and give all of these so-called black leaders at the time backbones because they were so goddamn coward and tame. If it was for Marcus Garvey, a lot of them wouldn't have the voice to speak. Here it is, Barack Hussein Obama. When Julius Garvey and a coalition of people went, did a petition, did everything, and take it to Barack Hussein Obama to sign. He did not. He refused from signing it. He didn't sign it. We're talking about the first black president. Okay? Compare, and he did 8 years in office in the White House. Look on this guy right now that every single person hate. Donald Trump, the president Donald Trump, every single person are, for the most part, hate. Look how many black people, both deceased and living, that this guy pardoned and free thus far, just 2 years in office. Just 2 years in office. Just 2 years in office. Huh? Who know about the boxer, John Johnson? Huh? Who heard about that lady? That, what's her name? Just got, Donald Trump just pardoned her. A matter of fact, Kim Kardashian, Kim, that whatever Kim is, movie star or whatever type of social star she is, heard about this lady, this black lady, was in jail during Obama presidency, doing life for what? Because she get caught up in some transaction. She was selling weed or exporting, whatever she was doing, weed. No, wasn't a violent crime. It was a crime of necessity. She ain't kill nobody. She ain't rape nobody. Huh? She ain't rob nobody's house. Huh? Here it is. Look, I'm just telling you about two. I ain't telling you about no more. This president, Donald Trump, was nobody like pardon her ass. She out right now with her family. Look at the facts. Take your emotion out of it. Don't listen to the hype. Let me tell you one more thing about Barack Hussein Obama. Well, let's back up a bit. Barack Hussein Obama is, look, for those of you who read his autobiography, you can go and look for yourself. I got it. As a matter of fact, I got you can go and listen to him, to his speech at Harvard. I got it. I listened to it several times. Barack Hussein Obama, from he was a kid, had a conflict within himself, had a conflict within his own self. Which side of his family he needs to identify with? Should I identify with the black side? Should I identify with the white side? It is my opinion my brothers and sisters, that he identified with the white guardian side. Barack Hussein Obama wasn't raised amongst or with black people. When he went to Africa the first time, it was his own argument or his own statement that he couldn't, there's nothing in Africa that he could really, when he went to where his daddy was from, in Kenya, he couldn't relate to nothing in Africa. He fought with himself. Look, go read his book. Don't take my word for it, family. Don't take my word for it. Don't take my word for it. How many black people? Where was the unemployment rate for blacks? Where was the unemployment rate for blacks under President Barack Hussein Obama? Where? Where was it? Again, for those of you who are still in this nostalgic phase or this love phase, I hear people on Facebook and all over talking about, oh, we wish him could come back. For what? Wish Obama would come back. The Obamas would come back for what? I recognize, family, that a lot of you, or a lot of people, don't have that connection with the heritage or with history. A lot of people don't have that connection with the heritage or with the history, or don't know because it wasn't taught to them in school, and they basically grew up right now, become an adult, and all the whole mind and intent and attribute is just to go out there and work, the hustle and bustle to accumulate some type of wealth for themselves. And look, I understand. I really do. But at the same time, my brothers and sisters, it doesn't matter how hard you go out there and work and achieve something for yourself. It was Barack Hussein Obama who told millionaires that they didn't go out there and do it by themselves. They got help. So he was the one who said, look, you didn't stay up late at night time, or you didn't make deals with people, or you didn't work 25 hours a day, 25 hours in 24 hours. You get what I'm saying? You didn't work that time because, or you didn't turn 24 hours into 48 hours. You know, no, somebody else help you. Okay. Put everything what I said a while ago to the side, because it's irrelevant. This was when, or this is what turned my black ass, or opened my eyes when it comes to Barack Hussein Obama. And that's the reason why I've labeled him the worst. There is more, but this is it. Here we have, oh my God, man. Here we have the first black president of the United States, or had the first black president of the United States, Barack Hussein Obama. Right? Before Obama, we had 43 other presidents. Listen to what I'm saying carefully now. We, under Obama, it was Obama who went into Libya and bombed Libya constantly. It was Obama who went into Libya and murdered Gaddafi. For what? Let me tell you why. A lot of people here in America right now is crying about, right here in New Orleans, a matter of fact. It's, let me see if I can remember exactly. I just heard it on the news a while ago. I think there's, well, it doesn't matter, but a lot of people here in New Orleans going to be receiving a bill or a notice from Sewage and Water Board about the water going to be disconnected. Listen to what I'm saying carefully. Right here in the United States of America, right here in New Orleans, Louisiana, we have people, the Sewage and Water Board, I think it's like something like, I don't remember, but it's a big figure in the thousands of people going to be getting notice from the Sewage and Water Board that their water is going to be cut off because they cannot pay the water bill, or they have past due water bill in America. And if we should believe the statement that America is the most richest country on the face of the earth, if you want to believe that, well, believe that and apply that concept to what I'm saying right now. So, you're going to tell me, in the richest country on planet Earth, we're going to be cutting off people water. Okay? Not only that, in the richest country on planet Earth, according to what they want you to believe, or to what they have been teaching for years, or what they have been saying daily, we have people right here in New Orleans. Look, we're talking about our house. Our house is New Orleans, Louisiana. So here it is, the richest country. And we have people sleeping under bridges all over the territory of New Orleans. Okay? Check this out. You gonna kill, and nobody attack America. No allies come together and attack America. None of the presidents have been assassinated, or none of the presidents have been removed from office because of what's going on here in New Orleans. No president. Obama wasn't. Trump ain't. Clinton wasn't. Bush was. No. And this is the richest country on the earth, according to them. Obama, under your president Obama, the first black president, he went into Mother Africa and murder our brother, murder countless number of people. Why? Because our brother saw it fit, right, to utilize the resources of Africa to the benefit of the people. Listen to what I'm saying, Keith. Look, people, let me tell you something. And that's why I tell anybody, I really don't give a rat's ass about what nobody wants to think or say about me personally, because this is what I come to understand and recognize. A lot of the people who have opinions or who don't like Donald Trump, it's because they are not informed. Stop. I'm sorry. It's because they are only informed but not knowledgeable. Yes, they are informed. They get the information from wherever they get it. But they are not truly informed of what's going on, both nationally and globally. They are not truly informed about what's going on. Here is a leader of a country who nobody, no single Libyan, nobody in the country of Libya pay a water bill. None. Under Gaddafi. Nobody was homeless. Every single body had a roof over the head. And if you found love and you're gonna get married, $50,000 towards your new family. Huh? Here it is that this guy Gaddafi spent billions of dollars, family, listen to me carefully, and put a satellite up into space so that black people could communicate with black people all over the globe. Oh my God, I love the brother, man. And Hillary Clinton, as the Guardian Secretary of State, with Obama, murder his ass. Murdering. You know why? Because that brother loved Africa so much and the African people that he started to unite the African people. And look, you're talking about Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Again, Marcus Mosiah Garvey influenced the leaders of black Africa to the consciousness, to the point where they take action. You want to talk about Gaddafi said to his black brothers and sisters on the continent, look, we don't want to associate ourselves no more with the rest of the world fiat currency, the bullion, the dollars. We don't want to do that. Let's create a central bank for Africa. Let's establish a gold bullion. And the murder his ass. Who? This president, your ex-president Barack Hussein Obama. Now, let me tell you something, family. They do certain things under certain authority, which the average person could never ever do and get away with it. Barack Hussein Obama don't love black people. Look at a person's action and you will recognize he's a so-called black man with a conflict. He's a goddamn Democrat. Oh, family, look. I spend more time on this issue than I plan to, you know. I spend a lot more time than I really plan to. Man. It's crazy, but believe me, family. Let me tell you something about, well. Let's change the topic for a second. Let's change the topic and go and speak about another so-called black man, another so-called black leader. This so-called black leader, so-called black man is Errol G. Williams, assessor imposter, Orleans Parish Assessor's Office. Let me tell you something about Mr. Errol G. Williams. Errol G. Williams has served as the Orleans Parish Assessor since 1985. At one point in his public service career, we the people have been giving this criminal imposter money for a long time. Him and his wife and his daughters. At one point, he was the director of finance for the municipal corporation. He was the municipal corporation director of finance. Now, let me show you. So, look, family, you see certain things you have to learn by experience. And when an experience teaches wisdom, when you actually walk the walk, you then can talk the talk. When you actually walk down a certain path and have that experience for yourself, you can basically share that experience with someone else, or no one at that point can trick you or can fool you about what's actually going on. You see I'm talking about? Let's talk about this clown for a minute. They have a scheme that they operate by, or they operate with a scheme. This whole taxing thing here in the territory of New Orleans is a scheme, is a schism, is a deception, right? And this is how it works. Harold G. Williams, who is claiming to be the Orleans Parish tax assessor, right? He, according to him and his office and his website, will tell you that all they do is to assess property and put property on the tax roll, okay? And that's it. His hand is clean. He has no more intervention into the process. That, look, any other issue you have, he cannot assist you. He don't know. He's blind, he's deaf, he's dumb. Go to somebody else. But listen to me carefully. That's the way the system was designed. The system was designed to frustrate you, to discourage you, and to mislead you. Okay? And they all play a part. Now, the first person who we have an issue with is this criminal imposter, Harold G. Williams. Why? Because he is the one. Without his action, you wouldn't get entangled in the web. You wouldn't get caught up in the whole system to the point where you are so disgusted, you are so confused, you are so frustrated. And a lot of people, what they do, they're so frustrated and discouraged, and they just walk away from what is rightfully theirs. And then Harold G. Williams, Mitch Landry, Etlin Sims, friends come in and grab like vultures. Grab your property, steal your property. Okay? He's the first one who instigates the theft. He's the gatekeeper. He's the lookout person. He's the one who first instigates the theft. And when he instigates the theft, he instigates that theft with the blessing or the authority of the body politic, the municipal corporation, the city of New Orleans. Okay? He instigated. Now, when he put your property, we're talking about your private property. Private, personal, private. No one else can claim that type of private. Maybe we can search Wikipedia and see the definition for private on a Wikipedia. I think we should do that. Let's do that real quick. Let's search Wikipedia and see what the word private means. Huh? Because, look, huh? Let's search Wikipedia, huh? And see what the word private means, huh? What's going on? Okay. Come on, Wikipedia. Let's see, because we want to make certain that. Okay, let's see what the word private means.
Private.
Private. Belonging to or for the use of one particular person. Huh. Hold up. That's what private mean? Mr. Dictionary, can you pronounce that word for me, please, one more time?
Private.
Oh, thank you, sir. So, private. The part of speech, the adjective that's, we're going to use that part of speech to describe the word adjective, to describe the word private. And this is what it's telling us. It says belonging, meaning ownership, right? To or for the use of one particular person. So when we tell this criminal imposter that, man, look, take your goddamn hands off our private property, what are we saying to him? We are saying, look, this belongs to us. It is for our use and purpose only. And they got our group of people only. Okay? So, private meaning belonging to one person, individual, one human being, flesh and blood human being. Or it could belongs to one group of person or people, one group. Okay? Let's go to, okay? So when we tell this criminal, man, look, are you going to lay claim to our private property? How the hell you get the authority to do that? Show me where in the Constitution it gives you the authority to touch my private things. Show me. They can't show you. Okay? But this is what I do. So, as the instigator of the theft, because that's what it is. If you take something from another that you have no authority or it wasn't given to you, go look in the revised statute. I think it was Title 13. And you will see the definition for a theft. That's what I just explained. That's what Errol G. Williams and his crony friends does. Okay, so let's go on some more. So he put your private property onto his avalarum tax roll, commercial tax roll, okay? With the blessings of the body politic, municipal corporation, city of New Orleans, under the auspices or the leadership of the CEO at the time. This present CEO is one Latoya Cantrell. Before it was one criminal bastard, Mitch J. Landro. Okay? Now, again, let's throw a disclaimer out there real quick for to everyone who is listening to us in secret or in private. We are not giving Latoya Cantrell by no way, shape, or form any, or no, let's take that back. We are giving her just until we have our sit-down meeting with her, supposed to be sometime this month. We are giving her a leeway just until that time. Now, we are not saying she actually deserved that leeway, because understand the concept. She have been in public office for some time now. She have been a member of the New Orleans City Council for the 2 years that Mitch Landro was the mayor, right? So she's not ignorant of the fact of what's going on, or she's not precluded from any blame. She's not. But we are saying just right now, my brothers and sisters, just for the fact and for the fact that this is her first term, or this is her first rodeo as the mayor, this new administration, we say, okay, let's go ahead and give her a little blight just for now until we meet with her, because we want to make certain that she's fully informed. Let's take that back. She is fully knowledgeable, well, of the facts as it is written in the law. Okay? As it is right now, she's still at this point, she's still giving prudence to this criminal bastard Errol G. Williams. She's doing that right now. Okay? Now, understand the concept. The contract that's out there between the municipal corporation, the city of New Orleans, and Civic Source is still under the auspices or the authority of the last administration, Mitch Landro. Right? And not because he's not presently in office, that means he has no claim or no burden to bear and this atrocity. He's a part of this atrocity too. But let's speed it up a little bit. Let's speed it up a bit. So we were talking to you about the fact that this criminal here been getting the taxpayers' money since 1985, and that for a portion of his political career, he was the director of finance for the municipal corporation. And I wanted to show you the deception of the system. So he is the one who steal your property and put on his alarm tax roll with the blessing of the municipal corporation, City of New Orleans, okay? Then what they do, right, after they put that property, he claims that he did an assessment on your piece of property. He claims to have to do an assessment on your piece of property, right? And accumulate or come up with a value of your piece of property. That's what he claims. Okay? Now, he's saying from that point, his hand is clean or have nothing else to do with your piece of property. Okay, all right, Mr. Layard, we hear you. Now, you receive a bill in the United States or through the United States Postal Service, right? On the top of the bill, it says City of New Orleans, tax bill, property tax bill, real estate tax bill, whatever here it is, and it give you a dollar amount, right? Now, if you should check like we have done several times over several amount of years, what they did was to outsource that process to a company out there in California, right? And that, so it's like a paper trail. Let's send it up into California, and they do some wheeling and dealing, or some company up into California process this so-called bill, right? And it is done like that, again, family, just because they want to discourage you, they want to deceive you, they want to frustrate you. Okay? But the bottom line, it then comes right back to the fact that you have to pay that bill to the Department of Treasury. Which department? The Municipal Department of Treasury. Now, let me tell you what, in doing our investigation, again, we're not professionals. We don't lay any claim to being any journalistic professional, right? Our reporter, our journalist, right? Our investigative journalist. We ain't laying no claim that. We are saying that we utilize our common sense and the ability that our God gave to us. That's what we utilize. And we found where the conspiracy lies. We found out the parties that comprise the conspirators, and we see how we follow the paper trail, and we recognize all the relevant parties to this action. So, at the time we did it, the director of the person in charge, the person in charge for the finance department was a person by the name of Foster, Norman Foster, right? When we go to Norman Foster and we call him a criminal for what it was, he's a Caucasian guy or light skin. Maybe it could be something like Michelangelo. You know, it could be a black guy like Michelangelo hiding underneath the pigmentation of his skin like Michelangelo. I don't know. I'm so confused with these people right now, failing to recognize or to identify with who they are. You know, they utilize certain things maybe the pigmentation of the skin to elevate themselves into public office or to private office, or they utilize the party affiliations to do the same thing. I'm so goddamn confused right now, it's unbelievable. However, when we went to that criminal at the time, and we went up there with our document and with the law people, the Constitution of the United States of Louisiana. We went with our document and we showed that criminal bar. We said, look, we went and we opened our documents to Article 7, Section 25, right? We opened the document to the document to Article 7, Section 25, and we put it on the desk because we were there, right, with Mr. Norman Foster and two other persons from the Department of Finance, to which we don't know who those persons was, and the truth about it, we didn't even care who those persons was. You feel me? We didn't care because we were there spitting or voicing our concern about what was happening to the people of New Orleans. So he saw that our book was open in front of us, right? And not only that it was open, but there was a highlighted part inside the book. Now, again, it's my book. It's my document. I brought it to the meeting. Okay? He's going to take up my book, my document, and read it. Then tell me, oh, see here, Mr. Brown, this is it right here. This is where the authority. I said, are you stupid or you dumb? Excuse me, there's no reason for it. No, I said, no. I said, look, you must be either stupid or dumb. You're going to read to me. Look, family, listen to me carefully. I don't grudge or envy anybody out there with a PhD, the master's degree, the doctorate, the whatever attributes or whatever credential. I don't grudge you. Because I recognize, since I've been here in this territory, right, that was one of the things that I like about New Orleans when I came here post-Katrina. When I walk around, I see a lot of credentials and a lot of black people with credentials. And I was like, damn, this, here it is, we have a dominant black population with, and some well-educated black people. I felt proud. I love that. But the more I look and the more I talk to these people, I said to myself, oh the hell, you have so much credential and you're dumb as bat. You're a dumbass. They're gonna use, look, when I was in school, I was taught about sentence fragment. That was a long time ago. Sentence fragment, right? And what a sentence fragment is a sentence that's not complete. That's what a sentence fragment is. I was taught about sentences, and I was taught about paragraphs. What are sentences? A sentence is a complete thought. I was also taught that a paragraph comprises of 3 or more sentences. I was taught that. And I never go no big institution. You feel what I'm talking about? Look, and I was educated, proudly educated in the goddamn Caribbean too. Shit. And that's what I tell my brothers and sisters now. In the Caribbean. Look, again, I'm testifying. I was like you one time. I heard about the Big Apple. I heard about America. And I was like, something, that sounds like a beautiful place. But here it is. We have people in places of high authority. So this criminal guy, And I call him a criminal. Man, the guy, family, you know I wouldn't lie to you. I have no reason. I'm a grown-ass man. I have no reason to lie to nobody. He jumped out of his chair so goddamn fast and high. His face turned red when I call him a criminal. Because he are nothing more than a goddamn criminal, Mr. Foss. Oh, don't call me a blah, blah, blah. And he's going to look at a paragraph, right? And he's going to read 2 sentences. And look, it's a paragraph to which I highlighted, to which I left on the table so everybody could see. He's going to look at 2 sentences, the last 2 sentences on that page. And say, oh, here to Mr. Brown, this is what give me the authority. I say, are you dumb? Are you stupid? I said, why don't go and read the top or the beginning of the goddamn paragraph? You criminal. I said, that's, and at the end of that, he's totally disassociating himself from the process. That's the key point. He was disassociating himself from the process. He was telling me that, look, I have nothing to do with this. It's the tax assessor's office. And when you go to the tax assessor, that criminal, he's saying, I have nothing to do with this. Is the Department of Finance or somebody else? Or is the city? When you go to the city, Mitch Landry, that criminal, so all 3 different entity or group of people trying to steer you somewhere else. That is how the system is designed, family. The system is designed to discourage you, to wear you out, and to rob you. And that's what they do. So they have you in a goddamn circle. You're spinning like a gig. You don't know where to turn, left or right. Nobody can help you. Right? And for those of you who end up losing your property through civic source illegal action, right? And you now go back to the municipal corporation asking them, the elected officials, people who you put into public office for assistance, they're telling you, look, we can't do nothing about it. It's out of our hands. While they are the one who initiated under Errol G. Criminal Williams the process. You see the full circle? It starts with them and it ends with them. At the end of the day, where did that money go? Into the treasury of the municipal corporation. Into the retirement fund of these criminal actors we call elected officials. And as a caveat, family, all them criminals are Democrats. As a caveat, all of them are registered Democrat, whatever you want to call them. All of them registered Democrat. Look, it's not my brothers and sisters, it's about knowledge thing. But it is the Bible who tell us or teaches that for the lack of knowledge, my people will perish, or my people have perished because lack of knowledge. Right? Because a lot of us, no, not us, exclude me. I ain't bragging, but I'm not amongst that group no more. Because a lot of you out there don't have the required knowledge. That's why, according to the Bible, you are losing your property. You are paying this extortion fee. That's why you are perishing. That's why you're on in the Claiborne Bridge and all the other bridge. Because a lot of you out there are so childish, yeah, childish like a kid, When it comes to elected officials, because a lot of you want to be, look, this is not me criticizing my brothers and sisters here in New Orleans. This is just me speaking the truth the way I see it right now. Because again, it is not our intent, nor will it ever be our intent to criticize, to degrade, to talk or belittle the multitude or the masses, the people, the everyday hard-working man and woman of the territory of New Orleans, Louisiana. We will never do that. Not when we have criminals in public office who are committing criminal act under the color of law. When we have judges, when we have councilmen, when we have governors, when we have members of the legislative body who are committing criminal acts, people who are supposed to be in federal prison. No, my brothers and sisters, no. Anthony Brown will never do that. I will never call you out or belittle you. One, because I know for a fact that in most cases, you all lack the knowledge. And because you lack the knowledge, you cannot even stand up for yourself, much less to stand up for someone else. And because I know for a fact that the people who have the knowledge are not doing what is right, even when they place one hand on the Bible and one hand in the ear and say, I do solemnly swear to support and uphold the Constitution and the laws thereby. No, my brothers and sisters, you didn't make that oath. You didn't put your name on the ballot. You didn't come to us and tell us that, look, you want to be elevated to public office. No. But these bastards over here do. These so-called judges over here do. Check this out. Check this out. Check this out. Look. What date is this? Look, family, we have been working. We've been on the job. We have been on the job for quite some time. We have been on the job for quite some time, and we're going to be staying on the job. We're going to be staying on the job. You know, we don't care about overtime. We don't care. Look, all we need is a little sleep. That's it. Let me share something with my brothers and sisters. Look. Here we have Civil District Court for the Parish of Orleans, State of Louisiana, docket number 2017-4870, Division N, Plaintiff Brown versus Acorn Information System LLC, Byron Danos, Michael Cushion, Byron Barrios, Errol Williams, Mitch Landro, and the City of New Orleans. Defendants. We brought this lawsuit, again, Division N. The name of that so-called judge, again, she's another so-called judge, so-called black female, and a blinking Democrat. Listen to her name and title. The Honorable. Here goes another honorable person. Just like we have the Honorable John Bell Edwards, the Honorable... Look, family, for those of you who don't know, let me tell you really quick. When we use the word honorable on this show, on this program, we don't use it in a to elevate anybody or as a prestige title. No. Because we recognize and we know for a fact that all of these criminals that's using the name are having the title honorable in front of the name ain't goddamn honorable. The criminals supposed to be in prison. So here we have another honorable person. Etlin Sims Julian, calling herself a judge, calling herself honorable. Division N, Orleans Parish Civil Court. She's a goddamn public servant. Nothing special about her. So, what these people are doing, family, let me tell you, because I recognize game real soon or real quick or early on in the struggle. Early on in the struggle, I recognize game. They are utilizing their public office for a financial gain. They ain't satisfied with the salary that they agreed to when they signed the contract with us, we the people. They ain't satisfied. They are supplementing their salary while they are performing our work or our duty or what they agreed to when we put them into public office. So here it is, we put them into public office to do our business, to conduct our affair. They sign a contract with us, agreeing to certain salary. Now, they are in the position to which they apply for. Now they are using that position to fatten the bank account. Look at Errol G. Williams, the amount of goddamn property this criminal imposter have all over the territory of Louisiana right now. Look at this big mansion he's building out there in New Orleans East and bragging about his multi-car garage. They came to us on their hands and knees, begging us, telling us about their credentials, right? Asking us to elevate them to public office, and we do. And they turn around, utilizing that office and the authority that we bestow upon them to rob us and to enrich themselves. Here we have this so-called honorable black female, so-called honorable, so-called judge, Etlin Sims Julian, Civil District Court, Division N. She's going to send us this document. Let me read a part of the document for you. Mr. Brown, appear pro se, meaning I represent myself. I went in I went into that kangaroo court. I went into that mockery of a court. I went into that sham of a court. I went into that place where they call to seek justice where there is no justice. I didn't go and bring with me another officer of the court. No, I recognize that I'm going to either represent myself or keep my mouth quiet. The judge is an officer of the court. The attorneys is an officer of the court. The goddamn sheriff is an officer of the court. Why do I need to bring another officer of the court to represent me? You're goddamn crazy. Again, I'm not a fool. Mr. Brown, appearing pro se. David A. Freeman, counsel for the Akon defendant, and Gerald G. Hampton Jr., counsel for the city defendant. Considering the parties pleading, memoranda, and arguments, it is ordered, adjudicated, and decreed that the peremptory exception of no cause of action filed by the Akon defendant and the city defendant are sustained. It is ordered, adjudicated, and decreed further that Mr. Brown's amended petition is dismissed with prejudice. As to the Akon defendant and the city defendant, it is ordered, adjudicated, and decreed further that the exception for prematurity and vagueness filed by Akon defendant and the city defendant are moot in light of the court judgment sustaining the Akon defendant and the city defendant, exception of no cause of action. The Honorable, listen for it, the Honorable criminal bastard Ethelyn Sims Julian. Now, family, look. What this means in a nutshell, no cause of action. She's saying that, look, Mr. Brown have no reason, have no cause of action to bring suit against the named defendant. I'm utilizing myself. I'm telling you about my case. I could have outlined other case to you, but I want to keep it on a more personal level because you guys are my family and I'm sharing this with you. So here it is. She's saying that we have no reason to bring suit, no cause of action. Now, you see, it's ironic. It's ironic. If a cop stop you, if one of their policy enforcers stop you out there and give you what they call a traffic ticket, because maybe they say your headlight is out, or maybe they say you turn right on a red light, or you turn left on a red light, or you run a stop sign. They are claiming that they have a cause of action against you because you did something that they didn't like, right? Look, you didn't cause nobody no harm, you know. When your tail light was out or damaged, when your personal or private vehicle tail light was out, or when you turn right on a red light, or if you should if you should continue driving when the lights are red, and you continue traveling, you didn't cause an accident nor hurt nobody. They claim that they have a cause of action against you. So now you have to pay them some money because you did something that they didn't like. Okay? Here it is. These people over here, the named defendant, cause me harm. Why? Because first, they went ahead and put my property, my private property, and their avalarium tax roll, extortion. That's why it is extortion. And they do it with willful and malicious intent. They do it for a financial gain. They do it knowing factually. No, family, listen to me carefully. I know it have been said that the topic of taxes is complex. I am here to differ, or I am here to tell you guys that it's not true. There is nothing complicated about taxes or taxing issue. The people who perpetrate that argument is members of the Bar Association, or people who is getting a financial gain from it. So if it's see, they want you to come to them so they can take care of your tax business for you, so they can make a living or generate money. It's not. It's simple. At least here in America, it's simple. When you understand the fact that the Constitution, the law, imposes two taxes. One, direct tax, and indirect tax, or excise tax. When you understand that, when you understand the fact that in the 1700s, the founding fathers tell King George, look, we don't want to abide by your rule no more, because why? You are imposing tax on us without any due process of law or without our benefit. And when you also recognize that was one of the allegation, or that was one of the reasons why we had the Revolutionary War. When you go and read the Federalist Papers, you will outline, or you will see for yourself verbatim. You know something? Today is Thursday, August the 2nd. Saturday, I will inform you guys specific, because I don't quite remember. It's either essay 38 or 42. But I will tell you guys the specific title or the specific number to the Federalist paper. That group of essay that was written by J. Madison and Hamilton. Those are the authors, Madison, J. and Hamilton, who wrote. And you will hear their words verbatim about this whole. There is nothing complicated about tax. They want you to believe it's complicated because they want to tax your ass to death. That's one of the reasons why they don't like Donald Trump right now. Family, look, again, look, it's about knowledge, my friends. It's about knowledge. When you recognize that what I just read to you a while ago, or when this criminal right here calling herself a judge, to which, look, again, I don't want nobody out there believe that I'm calling somebody out the name because I'm here in the studios sitting comfortable with my 9. Look, for those, look, I always have my 45 or my 9, I ain't leave that. I always have it. But anything I say right here on this airwaves about anybody, I will say to them to the face, and I have. So, I told this so-called judge, one, I don't trust her black ass, and that the money, or that the reason why she did what she did was because she's getting a financial gain, or because this money was going into a retirement fund. And look, I'm not bragging about this crap, but it was 2 months or a little over a month when I made this statement. The attorney or one political subdivision here in the territory of New Orleans filed a lawsuit against the body politics, against the city of New Orleans, outlining the very same thing what I told that criminal bastard verbatim. It's out there for the public to see. You can go see it. All you have to do is Google, go to Mr. Google and type in City of New Orleans misappropriate funds. Or, so, you know, you will see it. It's out there. The world can see it. And you will see what I'm talking about. I told her, I call her a criminal in a goddamn court. Look, Look, I'm a man. Why should I look, let me tell you something, man. That's one of the things that I'm telling you. I'm so disgusted about people here in the territory of New Orleans. They talk about the Big Easy. The big what? This so-called judge know for a fact, and if she never knew before, she knew once I submitted my brief that neither Errol G. Williams, the city of New Orleans, Civic Source had any authority to be commingling, to be entering into any contract, hold on, you know, some, as I said, contract, let me look for something real quick. Okay, here we go. To enter into any contract, right? And that's what happened. Nor had any authority, when we talk about authority, family, what are we talking about? We're talking about constitutional authority. We're talking about what? Say it with me. Constitutional authority. Say it one more time. Constitutional authority. They have no constitutional authority to be selling, auctioning your piece of property, my piece of property, your casa, the place you call your home, or to be putting that piece of property on the Avalorum tax roll, and to be allowing a LLC, Acorn Information System LLC /civicsource.com to be auctioning that piece of property on the platform. They know this. Or they know this. Or they know this. Let me tell you why. A matter of fact, here is an article dated October 31st, 2014. A matter of fact, this article was actually wrote and published 1 month before the constitutional amendment was supposed to be voted on in November of that year, 2014. So here is an article written by a staff reporter, Charles Maldonado, the lens, and its title, Politically Connected Company Would Benefit from State Amendment Number 3. Again, because I want you guys to have this information for yourself, and because I want you guys to have some information or some knowledge what I'm talking about, I'm going to quote, or I'm going to repeat the reference point for you, so you can go there and you can see it for yourself, or you can do your own research, or you can concur that what I'm saying is factual, right? Again, a quick disclaimer. If any one of you out there, more so my critics, should think that I'm full of crap, should think that what I'm saying is factually false, I encourage you to come on the show when we are live. And again, we are here every Monday, Thursdays, and Saturdays between the hours of 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Okay? 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. The telephone number here is 504-303-8922. Again, 504-303-8922. We live stream this show on the Facebook. We live stream this show on the Facebook. Anthony Brown for Assessor 2017. ANTHONY FORASSESSOR 2017. We live stream this show also on the YouTube at the THE Proven Truth. You can use any one of these. A matter of fact, you can no. Look, I don't want you to email us. I want you to come on the show. Look, if I even know you, you can disguise your voice. I won't call you out or call you by your name. I won't do that. You can disguise your voice, or you can write it down and make somebody else call and levy the complaint for you. Okay? But I want you to do it on the ear. So John Public can hear you criticizing me or you correcting me for the misinformation that you think that I give to the listening audience here on the show. Look, and don't look, I'm not thin-skinned or I won't be offended. If I did something or I say something wrong on this show, it is your job and responsibility to correct me. If I say something that is factually false, it's for you, the listening audience, to call me and say, Anthony, listen, man, you're full of crap, man. That ain't true, bro. Why you saying that, bro? Why you lying to the people, bro? Tell me. And then outline to me where I was wrong or the information that I give was faulty. Tell me. I will be the first person to apologize. As a matter of fact, I'm apologizing right now in advance. So for anybody out there who I have called outside the name or who I have made reference to wrongly, that somebody else can prove that when I did it wrongly or without any merit or without any evidence or without any credibility, I apologize right now in advance. And when you make that case and prove it, if I need to, at that point, I will make restitution. So, call me and prove to me that I've said something that wasn't factual. Okay? And I will apologize. The name of this show, for those who don't know, is The Proven Truth. The what? The Proven Truth. What are we talking about? That to which is constant with facts and reality. We ain't going to come on the airwaves and speak on an issue that we only have information about. If we are not knowledgeable about a certain issue, if we are not knowledgeable about a certain issue, we won't say jack shit. We'll keep our mouth closed and let somebody else who have the knowledge speak on that issue. Okay? Now, again, here is a reference point or a source for my family out there. The Lens. It's a publication for those of you who don't know. Again, just go to Mr. Google or Mr. Yahoo or Mr. whatever and type it in, The Lens. This date is October 31st, 2014. Staff writer Charles Maldonado, whatever. And the title is Political Connected Company Would Benefit from State Amendment number 3. Now, I'm looking at the clock, my brothers and sisters, and I'm saying 15 minutes left on the show, right? Or 15 minutes to go. We don't have the amount of time to go through this document right now. Maybe we'll just brush on certain things real quick. When this complaint was filed in Division N, Orleans Parish, when this so-called judge, when this criminal received this complaint, when she received our brief and the information or the documents attached, when she dismissed this case claiming no cause of action, she dismissed the case not because there was no cause of action, but she dismissed the case for what I told her to her face. I told her, look, again, I tell her the name of the so-called judge, I told her which division, and I told her where she at. You guys can call her yourself and ask her, what did Mr. Brown, what did Anthony Brown say to you inside your courtroom? She will tell you, and if she don't want to tell you, again, look, a matter of fact, you can spend some money and get a transcript. Again, docket number 2017-4870, Division N, Brown versus Acorn Information System LLC, blah blah blah, City of New York. Go find it, go read it. A matter of fact, this is the complaint. You can get the transcript, or you can either call her and ask her, what the hell did I say to her? I told her, I said, look, you're a guy. I said, you know something? How the hell could you dismiss this case stating no cause of action? I said, you're untrustworthy. I don't trust you. What? Then all of there was some other members of the Bar Association behind me, and I had with me a couple of my colleagues. They started to laugh and say, hey. I said, how the hell can you do that when the evidence is there? I said, the only reason why you did that is because you are receiving a financial gain. Oh, no, Mr. Brown, that's not true. I said, yes, you are. I said, that money is going into the treasury, and you, as a judge, you were the first person that received a compensation from that. And I walked my black ass out of the court. I did. Because there's a second part to it which we don't have much time to go into today. Right? And without even going into this whole aspect, let me tell you guys briefly, then I'll show it to you. Let's draw forward document. Hey, look, how much of you guys see this? Look, for those of you who have a Facebook account or have a look, you don't even have a Facebook account, because you can go onto YouTube. And again, if you go onto YouTube and type in The Proven Truth, you can see this document I'm holding up right now. It's gonna be on YouTube, and you can close in on it. Okay, that's all. These are, and I title it, give us our houses back. These are the criminal actors right here on this photo, and this flyer right here. I created a flyer. When did I do this again? I did this back in when? I don't remember. When was it? It could be 2015. I don't remember when I did it. 2014. But this is a flyer right here with all the criminal actors, with all the people who are robbing, with all the so-called elected officials who are robbing the people and have been robbing the people of New Orleans for years, for decades. This first one right here, Errol G. Criminal Imposter Williams. We got this picture from the Gabbit, man of the houses. He's up, you know. Then we have this other conspirator over here, this other criminal, no good, self-righteous bastard who is looking to run for the presidency in 2020, Errol G. Williams. Then we have over here with the big arms like this reaching down to grab people property, civicsource.com. Then the next photo is this homeless dude underneath the Claiborne Bridge with his hand in his pocket looking on other homeless people, and we can just imagine what he's saying to himself. Oh my God, this is what I come to, or this is what it is. People sleeping under the Claiborne Bridge, just you can just imagine what is going through this guy's mind right now, just looking and people sleeping there, you know. But let me go to the meat of the matter. When I told this criminal that, look, you dismiss this case and claim it no cause of action because you are getting a financial gain, or you couldn't afford to do what is right. You couldn't afford to do what is right, because if you did what was right or what was legal, then it would have affected your pension plan as well, or the financial gain that you would receive, you wouldn't. And who knows, maybe a couple of your colleagues, your associates there in the municipal district court, civil district court, would have sanctioned your ass. But again, if you follow or if you know the code of judicial conduct, then it's supposed to matter. Family, this article was written October 31st, 2014, about this document right here, about this outcome right here, November. So November 2014, on the ballot was a constitutional amendment, right, placed there because Byron Barone, the CEO of CivicSource, and his high-powered attorney, and his attorneys, and his bank account, and his accountants went all over the territory of Louisiana and bribed people. People like Errol G. Williams, people like Mitch Landrieu, people like, let me go to the article. Again, you can read this article for yourself, but real quick, running against time. People like the Louisiana Municipal Association, people like, are groups like the Louisiana Municipal Association, groups like the Louisiana Municipal Association, the Louisiana Sheriff Association, right, and a couple others, right? They went around with the fat checkbook And they bribe these people. Individually and collectively, they bribe them. Mitch Landrieu got $10,000 from Byron Barrows. Byron Baroon. $10,000. That criminal bastard Mitch Landrieu got. Anyway, the constitutional amendment was on the ballot for November. And what happened? We, the people of Louisiana, listen to what I'm saying carefully. I didn't say we, the people of New Orleans, you know. I said we, the people of the territory of Louisiana, which comprises of 64 parishes. We, the people of Louisiana, tell this criminal enterprise, tell Mitch J. Criminal Landrieu, tell Errol G. Imposter Williams, tell Civic Source Criminal Enterprise, tell this so-called judge, Etlin Sims, look, we tell all of them to go to hell to kiss our ass. We told them no. On the ballot, November 4th was number from 4th. Let me see. Let me see. Yes. November 4th, 2014, family. Look, you know some family. What we have here in Louisiana is politicians tricking people, politicians with the politricks, politicians using the offices for a financial gain. And this is not excluded to one branch of government. This is collective, or this applies to all three branches of government. And believe me when I tell you that this is not a bottom top thing. This is from the goddamn top down. It's from the top down. So this is what I'm saying. Look at the three branches of government that we have here in the territory of Louisiana. And look at the head of the branches. When you come out to the legislative branch, just look at the goddamn speakers of the houses. They're dirty. John Bell Edwards, a criminal. What's her name? Bernadette Johnson, a criminal. Don't believe in the rule of law. A matter of fact, she should be goddamn fired, and any pension that she's looking forward to be revoked. My brothers and sisters, my family, this is Anthony Brown. Join me here Saturday, same place, same time. Much love.